to cure any physical illness using the power of the mind. Let us head into the topic of today. Om Shanti, I'm Garret, yogi, life coach as well as spiritual enthusiast. So a lot of my works in this channel is to spread love, light and positive message out to the world. So if you find some of my contents interesting, please feel free to show some love, hit like, subscribe and comment your learnings in the comment section to also help you reaffirm your learnings as well as to help others that are watching this video. So today's topic is all about helping you understand how we can heal the body just by using the power of the mind. Okay, to be specific, I'll be sharing 7 of these studies, okay, 7 of these pointers that could help you understand the power of the mind, okay, so that you could heal up. So now, this 7 ways, right, has the power to show you that the mind has the ability to help you cure physical illnesses. The body is generated by the mind, okay, and here are some of the ways that it can actually help cure our illnesses just by thinking about it. Okay, so let's head into point number 1. A well-known one, which is called the placebo effect, which I've actually talked about it in TikTok. Now, this is any treatment such as a pill or an injection or any other treatment that seems to be real, yet it is not. Okay, so what does it mean? So it's essentially taking a sugar pill, for example. It's not real, it's not really gonna do anything, and yet 30% of these placebos, right, actually work just as well as the treatment that is on trial in clinical trials, and nobody actually knows why. So there's a team of researchers by Dr. Joe Dispenza and his team, right? They are actually working on this research and they found a lot of amazing studies on this. They tested it on depression symptoms, okay? This is so, and studies even show that the act of just going to the doctor aids significant recovery in any kind of illnesses. So several studies, right, have shown that placebos are really good at curbing depression, which is what I mentioned earlier. And it is actually when the individual thinks that they are on antidepressant, but really they are on these placebos, and even if they are told they are on the placebos, they are continue to work and help with this depression. It's quite amazing, isn't it? So placebos, right, have also been shown to heal ulcers, remove warts, lower blood pressures, and basically shed excess weight. So here we see the power of the mind just by healing the body, just because we think that we are taking medicine and having some treatment, but really it's actually not real. Okay, point number 2, the nocebo effect. Okay, now this isn't healing, this is actually getting sicker. But the nocebo, right, is where in clinical trials, right, some people are given the real treatment and some people are given placebos or the sugar pill or whatever it may be. Okay, now they are told that all thought about these side effects, right, of this treatment, but those being given the placebos, right, don't know that they are having the placebos. Okay, so they start to believe that they are going to be at risk of having a certain side effects, and that these trials, right, have shown that they basically experience dizziness, nausea, headaches, or even weaknesses and fatigue, right, and things like that, even through that they are taking sugar pills. Okay, so the power of the mind has the ability to sort of make you sicker if you believe it so. Okay, so further studies have actually shown that people undergoing operations who believe that they are going to die or have a higher mortality rate and than those who are simply apprehensive about their procedures. Okay, so stop. Whenever, especially in the case of COVID climate right now, everybody is very fearful of getting COVID and that they worry that they'll die. They will find that their symptoms are actually worsening because of the power of the mind. Okay, the nocebo effect. So thinking you're going to die will actually increase the probability of it becoming so. Okay. Point number 3. Effects of stress on the body. Okay. Now everybody knows stress is not good, right? Everybody wants to get out of stress. Okay. And here's the thing. Now stress hormones, right, actually triggers the body's fight or flight response mechanism. This actually quickens the heartbeat and the breath and actually help tenses the muscles. So this is a response ready for an emergency, and if there is this happening day after day, it actually weakens the immune system, causing insomnia, headaches, stomach aches, even heart palpitations, or even more. Okay, so the body cannot reset to a default calm setting, and when the mind is doing this, the body, right, is actually working overtime in response to fear, negative energy, and starts to manifest more serious illnesses. So if well-being can improve so much by reducing stress, why is it ridiculous to assume that the mind does not have a great power over our state of physical well-being, right? So always be mindful. That's why spirituality comes really handy to help you manage your stress levels, you see. So by reducing stress, our mind is to reset to default setting and helping to heal the body and improve well-being. Okay, so point number 4, split personalities. So in Anthony Robbins' book, The Unlimited Power, there's a case of a psychiatric patient with a split personality. So when one personality was dominant, she was diabetic and blood sugar levels was always confirmed, okay, and that was high. Okay, when the other personality, right, was dominant, however, she was no longer diabetic, and studies has also shown that the mind is actually manifesting physical illnesses, causing it to occur within the body depending on what personality fragment was dominant at that time. So one personality fragment, right, believed that it was ill, and the other one did not. Therefore, it didn't manifest. So point number 5, Jack Swartz's illness. Okay, now Jack Swartz, right, was imprisoned during World War II, and he was repeatedly beaten and tortured. Now, as a way for him to cope with this, right, he would actually detach through meditation, and in this way he could transcend pain. So after the war, right, he decided to teach others and perform demonstrations such as putting a needle through his arm, and he was able to regulate blood flow. Okay, stopping and starting the blood coming out through the hole of his arm. In addition, the power of the mind has been demonstrated by Buddhist monks who were able to raise their body temperature so much on purpose during meditation that they are able to dry wet sheets that are put over them. Some you may have even seen videos of monks or they're like sannyasis or yogis, right? They sit on top of a boiling pan, a large boiling pan, and they are able to just sit on top of the boiling water. Yeah. So Indian yogis are able to slow their heart rate down to an incredibly slow rate during meditation through mental discipline and control. So here we see more of these examples of how the mind can actually affect the body and all its processes. Okay, point number 6, reducing pain. Researchers, right, in Seattle created this virtual reality game called Snow World, and this was actually designed for the purpose of burn victims who are actually undergoing treatment on their wounds or physiotherapy. This actually came and they involve very quickly chilly surroundings in this game, throwing snowballs at penguins and polar bears. Now, even if the patients were at maximum painkillers, right, they were still experiencing pain from their wounds. But by using this chilly simulation, right, pain was reduced on average by about 15 to 40%. Now this shows the power of the mind in sort of reducing pain. Okay. Number 7. Visualization and healing. David Sittler, writer of the King's Speech, now he's suffering from bladder cancer. And when conventional treatments didn't work, he imagined his cancer away. So now he visualized a healthy, clean, cancer-free bladder. And within a couple of weeks, right, signs showed that the cancer had gone. Now, here's a wonderful example of how visualization manifests a healthy physical body. And there's also another case whereby Norman Cousins, you can also check this guy out. He is no longer around, but when he was around, he actually visualized himself recovering from leukemia, and it actually worked as well. He even wrote a book about it. Okay, so this is the classic law of attraction working at its finest. Okay, so that's it for today's topic. I hope you learned some of this interesting studies and you could try to apply it and tell you mind over body. Okay, you can control the mind so that you will heal up from your physical ailments. I would like to share this with all of you that visualization, right, is immensely powerful. I've actually used a lot of it in my own physical recovery. So ever since I went through spiritual awakening, I actually did a lot of visualization meditations, and it actually helps me in terms of my recovery of my past physical ailments and injuries. Okay, so just need to ensure that when you're doing visualization, right, be as specific as possible when you're trying to recall which parts of the body. If you can, if it's a injury part that is you have a X-ray scan or MRI scan, try to visualize yourself going into that part and starting to heal that part, stitching it up or trying to remove the bad part of it. Okay, so you will see that you will actually recover from just by this visualization technique. Okay, so hope you learned something from this video, and if you do, please make sure to share your learnings in the comment section below, and also remember to hit like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to show some support and love in Patreon as well if you can. Okay, it will help me produce better contents in the future. I'm working on creating better contents. Okay, so that's it for me for today. Much love to all. Om Shanti.